Would is actually not a difficult word to use. Hello, welcome back. The problem with would, guys, is that you probably think you need to use would with like. So you hear would and you're like, would like this is it, it's just would like, isn't it? I'm like, no, it's not. Would like is one thing, okay? Would is a separate thing that you can use with any verb you like, anything, any verb at all. So today we're going to talk about would in the sense that you probably know, that you understand, and we're talking about would in a different scenario with a different meaning that I think you will love, and it's going to be so great for your spoken English. I'm so excited. Right, would is an imaginary situation. It's not a real situation. It's imaginary. So for example, right, if I worked in a school, I don't work for a school, I work for myself, but if I worked as a teacher, as an English teacher in a school, I would still use my own methodology because I'm a rebel. You see, I don't work for a school, I work for myself. This is an imaginary situation. If I worked in a school, I would still use my own methodology. This is like what you call conditionals. I hate these terms, man, so boring. So you don't need to use these terms, all right? Let's just forget about the terms. Supposedly, you look outside the window, you wake up in the morning and you look outside the window and it's very rainy and you think to yourself, I would go to the beach today if I could. You can't, because number one, it's a Monday. It's not going to happen, is it? Number two, raining. God, I would go to the beach today if I could. I would if I could. It's imaginary, isn't it? It's not real. So that's how you use would. So you see, I would go to the beach. I would use my method. And you probably noticed that I said I would still use my own methodology. So when you use little words like still in the middle of your sentence, you put it just after would. So it's like, I would still use it. I would always travel to this hotel because it's a great hotel. So I would always travel to this hotel. I would never do that. So you're like, yeah, he just killed his cat, something terrible. And I'll be like, I would never do that. I would never do that. You see how it works here? So it's not so much about grammar, about the grammatical explanations, but it's more about how the sentence sounds. Because if you start to repeat these sentences, somehow when you make your own sentence, you know that you're supposed to like throw always in the middle. So I would always call you on Saturdays if you were available, you know. So you know where it goes because of the sound. So pay attention when you listen to English. This is the most important thing. So I hope you understand what I said so far. I think you did. Now, my goodness, this is going to be exciting, isn't it? We're going to talk about the second meaning of would that maybe you don't know, okay? So forget everything I just said now because that's one thing and it's completely separate to what I'm going to say now, all right? This is a new thing. It's using the same word, so it's using would, but it's something completely different. You're going to use would to talk about things that happened in the past. So it's like past habits, things that happened in the past all the time, right? So, for example, when I lived in London, I would always go to museums. Like, what happened here? It's because it's something in the past that happened all the time. It's like a repeated thing in the past. When I lived in London, I would go to museums all the time. I'd go. So you say really quickly in the sentence, I'd go. So sometimes you don't know that I'd means I would. You're like, is it I had? What is that? It's I would actually, but you say it super fast and sometimes it disappears in the middle of the sentence, but it's would. I'd go to museums all the time in London. Sentence number 2. This is real, obviously. Sentence number 2. When I went to school in England, when I was 15, I would ride a bike to school instead of walking. Because again, I'm a rebel. Now seriously though, I would ride a bike to school. The only girl doing that. Yeah, repeated actions in the past. What I want you to do now, I want you to think about the time that you lived somewhere different, or the time that you did a particular thing, so you had a particular job, or you went to a school or university, or you were married, or something like that, something that happened a lot in the past. Think about this scenario right now, right? And now I want you to think of something that you really did, that truly happened all the time during this time of your life. And I want you to say the sentence as if you're talking to me. I'm not there, but just pretend I am, okay? Just as if I'm there. And I want you to say it. This is a really good way for you to watch my videos and actually do something active whilst learning from me on YouTube. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that now you have a very cool, proper way of speaking about things that happen in the past all the time, and also imaginary situations that are not real, but that if they were, this is what would happen, okay? If you like this video, click on like, share with your friends, subscribe for more, leave a comment, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.